All right, hello everybody. Welcome once again to Tuesday Night Delight.
Yes, welcome back. We're jumping right into action. We got a lot of matches tonight, so we're just trying to skip some of the stuff that is filler to get right to it. Our first match is a triple threat match. It's one of the first contenders for the GUA Championship at Starrcade. The very beginning was the end of the entrance of Willie Mack. And now this is Prince Edmund, and the last competitor is Scorpion.
Okay, this should be an interesting match.
Yep.
Edmund, the submission... Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Was just going to speak of some of their strengths. Edmund, the submission specialist in a lot of ways. Scorpion's been known to shut people down, and Willie Mack had a very impressive start and has been a great show recently.
Yeah, essentially you're looking at two technicians and one speedster.
Gotcha.
Speedster / striker, I guess. But so with because we have a lot of triple threat variations tonight, but all the triple threats are not elimination. So that's what's going to determine how long the stream goes.
Gotcha.
It's only fair. Eliminations make sense for Fatal 4-Ways, which is what we have at the end of the night. But for these triple threats, it's only fair. Everyone gets a chance, and it's just one pinfall, and you have the winner.
Okay. And I'm going to apologize ahead of time. I haven't been sleeping well the past few nights, so I might be just a little low energy tonight, but I'm going to try my best.
Give it time. You'll get back into it. We also have a lot of cool debuts of some female competitors that are going to be with us for a little while, since we're kind of removing current stars and adding our own that are either fictional, other brands, or stuff like that. So that'll be fun.
All right, yeah. I'm hoping as the night goes on, some fun stuff happens, and I really get into it, so. Yep. And here's hoping all our viewers do too.
Technician on technician to start.
All right. Oh, Willie Mack pushes him away. Oh, he waited way too long to start that taunt. Impressive suplex. Willie Mack counters. A few too many strikes. Yep. He's got to change it up. Scorpion sneaks in.
Ooh,
wow.
Nice. Nelson back suplex.
Hell of a suplex right there. A little bit of revenge.
Yep. First person thrown out. It usually makes life easier. Oh, Payback's a bitch.
Payback's gonna be a mother.
That's right. Scorpion.
Are we taking the exit into Suplex City? Is that what this match is?
That's right. All the competitors are coming up with some interesting momentum. Scorpion's just more of an overall good start to his new year. Prince Edmund came up with back-to-back wins, one over Ben Burnley, and then the other one over. It was oh no, they were in what it was he was in tag team action with Slipknot, and they won. That's what it was. And they picked up the win. Willie Mack is our newest person, but he's come out the gate hot. Stunner!
Edmund's there to break it up.
That was gonna be tough. Scorpion is down.
Yep. But yeah, Willie Mack's had an impressive 2 matches to debut.
Oh my God!
Jesus!
And there's the signature and
Stunner!
1, 2, 3.
Oh my God! It's over.
Wow!
I think we brought a real monster into here.
Good Lord!
First match is over within 5 minutes of the stream.
We'll be lucky if this is a 3-star. That was depressing. I'm not even sure where he got the signature from. He just like pulled it out of his ass. Whew, man.
Wow.
All I can say is, do you think we finally have a viable contender to face Jared Leto?
Maybe. With the track that he's on, he's popping off right now.
Yeah. So that qualifies him to be one of the contenders. That's for sure.
Wow.
Yep. 2.5.
All right.
And basically 2 of those stars is all Willie Mack. Wow.
Wow.
I mean, Prince Edmund wasn't even that. I don't even know if he was that far down. I don't think he was empty. Like, both of them were about like half through blue or through red. That's just crazy.
He did signature and then finisher him. So I mean,
but I think he was like full green. That's why I was just like, I think at best he was probably at like 1.5, or like a half of red. But that was crazy.
Yeah, that definitely an impressive start to the night.
Yep. All right, let's get one of our debuts out of the way. One's kind of she deserves to be around, and George wanted her back.
Is it Kairi Sane? I'm still.
Yeah.
Kairi Sane.
And I dipped into the old school bag of tricks there for the other one.
What does that mean?
The introduction of Mel Brooks' Frau Blucher. That's right.
I'm contractually obligated to do the horse sound every time.
It's okay. That's the name of her finisher.
I can see it catching on. Like, they're out of nowhere.
Right. Yeah. Like, I'm not saying it's gonna make complete sense that she's just riding a damn horse and it makes a neighing noise, but we're just gonna say the name of the finisher is. And I'm just glad I didn't have to spell that.
Have a signature called "Put the Candle Back."
Right.
Something like that.
Oh wait, so you see her entrance? It was pretty bomb.
Did you give her a Frankensteiner?
No, I did not.
Probably should have, unless we're...
Probably, but I didn't.
I just thought of that. Damn it. I should have brought that up. Or I should have thought of that at some point. That's pretty great. Yes. The music. Oh, she's even got a little steering wheel.
She had for her actual entrance. So.
Nice.
Making her way to the ring.
Do they still? Oh shit!
Oh shit! Oh, you mean you're gonna miss her entrance though?
Oh no!
That ruins it.
Oh no!
We'll have to save her entrance for Starrcade then. I guess that's fair.
we weren't deserving of it yet. Got to get to the main event.
This is how you make a debut, though.
Yeah.
I don't even want an entrance. I'm just gonna kick some ass.
Ooh. They're still really far from the ring as well, and bringing her back the other direction.
It might be because the frame rate's running really slow right now, though, too.
Yeah.
So.
Whoop. Oh.
Remember we had that one match, though, where if they take too long to get into the ring, the match will be thrown out.
Oh.
We had that one time with one of the tag teams that happened, so.
Yep. Ooh. But they're right there. Oh. Poor Kairi. She's definitely getting the short end of the stick. This is completely one-sided.
I didn't like that you were cheering for her.
Oop.
Oops. My bad. She's on the floor, and all of a sudden her coat's gone.
Yep. Must have been getting hot in here.
It's sad this match hasn't even started, and it's almost to the par of the triple threat match we just finished.
That is a little sad. Oh my gosh.
Apparently, the update Steam ran decided it didn't want to run very well.
Yeah.
Ooh, you gotta imagine that hurts even more on the floor.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. These suplexes tonight have been really brutal so far.
Right? I don't know if we're gonna have a match.
We might not.
She kind of just wants to kick some ass. Throw her over to the... okay, no.
Suplex City, bitch.
Go. I mean, if she's dead before the match starts, does the match even start?
I don't know.
I don't think that's going to get her in the ring.
Oh. Just kind of
smash her head on the apron.
Yeah, just kind of bonked her head on the side.
We got like the...
Get her in.
We got like the brawler. We got like the brawler who has no interest in doing actual matches. I think it was just thrown out.
Yep. Oh. Oh. Yep. Frau Bluka, ladies and gentlemen.
There you go. So I mean, it's a hell of an introduction. I mean, I guess you get the gist. So,
yeah.
They're making this easier for us. We have longer matches, and they're making life simpler.
Poor Kyrie, man.
Right?
You can't help but feel bad for her. She was just trying to make her debut in a match, and just.
It's okay. The next time we'll see both of them, we'll be in that Money in the Bank ladder match. So it'll be no disqualification. You can be at ringside as long as you want now.
So I imagine we're not giving any wins or losses for that, because technically
the match never started, and essentially we just got an introduction of who the new people are, and that's about it.
Yeah. Well, we're 13 minutes in, and 2 matches are already done.
Right? We're gonna see how many matches we can get through. Like 7 matches in like an hour.
This is the lightning round.
All right, so we did half of this last week. These are the other half of the tag teams that are currently either the tag team champs or the contenders. Last week it was Wolfman, Punisher, and Swerve, and Swerve won.
Mm-hmm.
For now, I'm gonna turn entrances off. Just this is like the one that I can I actually can do that, so I'm going to.
Okay. Yeah, if these quick matches keep up, when I post them on YouTube, I tend to swap out the word delight for something else.
Yeah.
And so if these quick matches continue, I might call it like Tuesday Night Lightning or something.
Yeah. I forgot to tell you last week when I told you Braun Strowman showed up on Raw. He destroyed Chad Gable in his return.
Oh, okay.
Chad Gable is the most booed person right now because he has a lovely new trademark that he wears on his shirt. It's literally just shush. He shushes the crowd and they don't like it. Which is fair.
That poor guy. They just can't figure out what to do with him.
I turn the entrances off and it still crashes.
Okay. Look, guys, we have a fancy technical difficulty screen now. Isn't that cool?
Right.
Reload the video to make sure. Yeah, look at it go. I threw this together in PowerPoint for like 5 minutes. But at least now you have something to look at. Instead of just the black screen or myself. And I have like sunburn in places, so I'm not very pleasant to look at right now.
Better than my raccoon face.
You did get it pretty bad.
Yep. We got toasted at a baseball game on Sunday.
Yeah. But not even the people with a kid brought sunscreen, so what can you say?
Right. They brought it last time. That's why I thought they would, so.
Yeah, I don't know. Pretty irresponsible of them, if I say so myself.
Right.
Yeah, we're working on getting the game back up, folks, but we already made it through 2 matches in the first 15 minutes, so we're still off to a good start.
Yep. Yep. And considering after this match, there's a 1-on-1 and then 2 triple threats and a fatal 4-way left. So.
Okay.
I'm just waiting for it to load, then I'll send you the view.
Okay. All right. And we should be back. Just double checking. Yes, we're good. It worked!
Meanwhile, Abyss just can't catch a win against Babylon. He's trying to attack him and keeps being thrown away.
Yeah, well, it's we've been over this before. There's like an interim period where he needs to adapt and figure things out. And then once that happens, they really get going.
I mean, it kind of offsets to a certain extent because at the beginning, the faster person usually takes over because they're quick out of the box. And so them not be able to lift them helps kind of offset to that point. So.
Ooh, counters back
and reversal.
Yep. Nice.
Yeah, you have to imagine if Abyss is able to pull this off, it's looking good for Shot in the Dark at Starcade. Nice.
Hey, beautiful.
Still not there yet.
Oh.
See, that was realistic. He would have like gone over the top rope and like hit the floor.
Yeah. You know, I think I'm just now noticing that Bulldozer and Abyss kind of have similar color schemes.
A little bit.
Future tag team ?
That's right.
When both of their existing tag teams would have to dissolve for that to happen.
I mean, Bulldozers would be more likely to dissolve in like 2 seconds than the other. That one was just sort of just made.
Yeah.
So, call them the Tower of the Bull.
Something. Oh, got him.
Smart Abyss going back in. Even though the person that knocked him out was Babylon, he's going after the people that are the champs.
Oh! Whoa!
Looks like it's caught up a little bit. It's not going too slow now.
Yep.
That's his signature.
All right. Abyss starting to find his way, making an impact.
He's got that cave-in just sitting.
Ow. Oh, quick to recover. Oh, the cave-in! Oh, the ref didn't even start counting yet. Jeez. They're so slow. Well, Abyss has quite suddenly evened the playing field here.
Right.
Or should I say leveled the playing field. Oh, counter. And now the two big guys are back at it. Really, just a really poor time to taunt.
Yep. Well, Biss keeps taking the smarter option. Even though he's the healthiest person, he keeps stepping out whenever he has a chance. Let them wear each other out. Oh, signature. I think.
Wow.
Yep. Is he going to do it while he's down? Nope.
Counter.
Missed the opportunity.
Yep. Who knows how many more he'll get?
Well, if they keep targeting each other, Abyss is just going to win this match. Let's just be honest.
Yeah. Oop. But he steps in.
Yeah, Bulldozer might have had a signature. I think he was getting ready to use that pounce on him. Targeting the legs on the big man, not a bad idea.
Yep. Wearing him down. Babylon recovers.
I was going to say he's going to taunt in the corner.
He's doing a lot of limb targeting all of a sudden. Oh, he missed the grab.
Pound's coming.
Oh, gee.
He's got his finisher. Everyone's got their finisher now.
And kick out.
Although I'd like to point out, like, they should both use their finishers on Abyss just so that he's not instantly going to walk in with a cave-in, but he's already doing tripletta.
Yep.
One.
I think Abyss might get up in time to stop it.
Yeah, he will. Depends where he's going to turn him, but he's also not going to have him in the best spot in the world, too. Now would be a great time. He gets up and then just caves him in.
Oh.
Oh, this will go well. I was supposed to say, unless you taunt. If you taunt, maybe you will get it.
He almost did it.
Oh, your best chance.
Oh! Finisher. We can't even get to a 1 count.
Right.
Oh my god!
Oh, it is!
Oh!
1.
Holy shit!
2.
Wow!
I told you, the more they keep attacking each other, the more Abyss has literally got this in the bag.
Yeah.
He just waited in the wings with a finisher while they beat the shit out of each other, and then he could just pick who he wanted to defeat.
He had the best strategy going in for sure. And if Babylon had stayed where he was, it would have looked like he pinned both of them at the same time.
Right?
Although, that was pretty impressive from Bulldozer, though. Like, I know that move is scripted, but to be able to just tank an attempted clothesline from Babylon and then knock him over with his own. Hey, that one was great.
It was our normal average.
It was Frosted Flakes.
Higher than higher than a 3. So
had a Frosted Flakes match.
See if we can actually have a female debut, or if they just want to beat the shit out of each other instead.
You want to turn the run-ins off?
I mean, I don't necessarily hate it, or doesn't matter to me, just because. I mean, we will see them. You are getting the debut, and you get to see who they are. So, I guess in that aspect, it doesn't necessarily matter. All right. One real person, one not. Evilise was another one from our Lucha Underground times. Nicknamed herself the baddest bitch in the building. She usually matched it up pretty well. She didn't matter if it was guy or girl. She'd face any of them, so it didn't necessarily matter to her. Ravens from DC Comics. Son of a demon, or daughter of a demon, sorry. And all that fun stuff. So I think I did pretty well with Raven's finisher. Evilise's finisher, I will be honest, I looked it up, and basically her finisher is something that we see almost everybody in our game do, but it is her finisher. So it may not seem unique, but it's her finisher. So
okay, you might just have to point it out. Be like, well, that's the finisher right there. It's a move that exists.
Yep. Ravens, I think, is really cool because it felt like she's, doing her demon powers on the person, so that was pretty cool.
By the name alone, Black Mass or something like that would have been appropriate.
Right.
Is her finisher called Azarath Metreon Synthos?
No.
Oh, okay. It's what she would say all the time in Teen Titans.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring.
You're like,
from San
yep.
Juan, Puerto Rico.
Might as well keep the trend going. Is she stuck?
Oh, I see how they did that. Waiting for her to move, which was interesting.
She hit it at the same spot. This may be the same result.
Yeah.
But I mean, at least the mat, it makes sense. The two supernatural, more violent-oriented people are the ones that are causing them the run-in.
Yeah.
So.
Although I would think Evilise would do it from time to time.
Could, yeah. I mean, it would probably be like because of something like this, though, too.
Oh, I thought she was going to fall off the ramp.
I don't know if you can do that, but you can certainly find out.
There's space over there. I mean,
yeah. Are we broke?
Uh-oh.
I'm just gonna go have one go get. I'm gonna have Raven go get in the ring.
Okay.
I don't care.
Bye. Hurry, she's coming!
All right. Or at least this one has a match. With me giving the assist, but yes.
Yep.
I was wondering if I needed to on the last one, but again, it kind of made sense.
Oh!
Ow.
That move was something.
Right?
Maybe that should be a finisher. And now Evilise turning the tides here. Just don't tell me this is her finisher.
It's not. Hers comes with a pin combo, so you will be able to notice that part.
Okay. Yeah, they still have to get their entrance attire off, so. Or not.
Yet.
Or not.
Yet, though.
Okay. I thought they did.
She doesn't. It's just her too. Raven came out without hers, so.
Okay. I think that's why it's going so slow, though, with the entrance attire still on.
Probably.
Knees to the head. Okay, there we go.
It's a disappearing act.
Okay. Something. Yeah, it's still slow.
It's probably because they actually run in. It always seems to run slower when they do the run in, but we try to do it so the game can do what it wants, but it just slows down the game.
Leverage pin ends with a 1 count. Nope, didn't reach. Is Raven going to capital? No, she backed off. That's going to cost her.
Yep.
It's going to cost her 1 trip to the outside of the ring. Oh, never mind. Now Evilise is on the outside. Oh, oh, oh. The ref stopped her? The ref stopped her. Interesting.
Ref will do that from time to time, so.
Counter. Evilise fighting back. Oh, counter.
Another counter. Wow.
Proven to be pretty acrobatic so far. But she was on Lucha Underground. Oh,
Right.
that was another interesting move. Oh, she missed. Raven must have blocked, or Evilise missed the grapple or something.
That worked.
Yep.
That sounds like Evilise.
Yeah, I was about to say. Whoa! Too bad she missed. Raven capitalizes.
Right on the back of the head.
Yep. Whoa!
Deep 666.
Oh, okay. Is that signature or finisher?
Finisher. Here's the finisher. Oh, but she
Oh,
countered.
counter! Bounces right back, though. Looks like it was going to be a Spanish fly, though, or?
No.
No? Okay.
Classic technician coming. Evil should at least have a signature where she's working on the finisher from the counter of the finisher. So.
Yep, she's really close. Whoop. Too many strikes?
Finisher!
Ah, okay. Could be worse.
1, 2.
Yeah, we're not quite there yet.
But at least evened it up a bit.
Yeah. And again, sorry about the speed of the game right now, folks. It does that from time to time. Oh! It sped back up for like 2 seconds, and then...
Right.
What the hell?
Gotta love updates.
Whoop.
He's trying a signature from the corner, but Raven keeps moving.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh. Oh.
Running in Fury.
Okay.
Did she bring it all the way back to win it? 1, 2.
Oh, man.
It'd be ironic if Eva Lise now gets counted on her finisher so Raven can come back.
Whoa.
Got her.
This has to be it.
1, 2, 3.
There we go.
We'll have to wait to see what Raven's actual finisher is for next time.
Okay. Yeah, that was an interesting leverage pin early on.
Yep.
The deep six.
6, 6, 6, 6.
And then the 2 finishers from Eva Lise, and then the running Insaguri.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was a nice back and forth.
Yep.
At least there was a match, so.
Right?
I like this music for her, too.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Okay. Putting their first win and first loss into the board here. It's kind of like binary. 1-0, 1-0, 0-1, 0-1.
I'm going to boot you for a second. I just want to reset the game just to see if it'll speed up.
Okay. That's going to let people look at the technical difficulties thing again. Yay!
Right?
I like it.
Right? Yeah, I'm just resetting for all y'all just because we're getting to another contender match. So if I can fix it, I'd like to.
Gotcha. But we're already like halfway through the card. Well, more than that, I think, because there's just 3 matches left.
Yeah, they're probably the ones that are more likely to go a little while, just because the match after the one I'm setting up right now is a tag team match. So, but at least makes me feel a little better about some of these matches going a little quick. So
Yeah, definitely.
while it's loading, our upcoming match that we have is the second contender match for the GUA Championship. We saw Willie Mack win very easily earlier. So we're looking for the other person that will also be in that match. It's between Slipknot, Matt Brickhouse, and AJ Porter.
That should be fun.
Yep.
Then later on, I'm seeing a triple threat tag match with the teams of Io Shirai and Shotzi, Blue Pants and Haley Williams, and Charlene and Harley Quinn.
Yeah, basically the logic is the Shotzi is the champion, Blue Pants and Charlene are the contenders. Basically, they each had to find a tag partner for this tag team show and everything to see who gets the momentum right before Starrcade. So
Okay. And then for our main event, we've got a Fatal 4-Way Elimination match. We've got top-tier competitors Siegfried, King, Andrew McMahon, and Tristan the One Lewis.
From Los Angeles, California.
it's officially time for my inauguration as the official one. The odds are stacked against me. I do have 3 of George's self-made characters to go against.
May the odds be ever in your favor.
Right. I mean, the one thing is, Lewis does tend to win multiple player matches, just simply because he loves to be the one that rolls out of the ring while everybody else does the work.
Yeah, he's the opportunist and takes advantage of every situation. So.
Yep. So that's going to be one. You know he's going to bring that because you have to imagine him going into that match. He's probably like the underdog and like the last person we'd expect to win out of the 4. But
that's often who does.
Yeah. So. If there was a way for him to be introduced as the most dangerous man on the planet, I would do it.
The most dangerous man to your arms.
Yep.
So I believe both of the people that he put out of commission are back in competition now. So can't help but wonder who that next victim is going to be and when that's going to happen.
Yep.
That's always a present danger when Slipknot's in the ring.
So, well, I mean, Matt Brickhouse is also no stranger to going in Slipknot. He's lost to him twice, and it's mostly because Brickhouse has had to decide whether he wants to win or if he wants to be injured.
Yeah.
So, and so that's the biggest thing. So that it literally comes down to is he's lost because he's chosen the long-term health of himself. So. Because I mean, speaking of underdogs, you have to imagine Slipknot's the underdog of this match, but it's one of those things. It's the old school rule we explain for Slipknot every time. The longer he is in this match, the more dangerous he becomes.
For sure, yeah. And if anyone is watching and wondering what we're talking about, for Slipknot when he's in matches, he has an arm break finisher, and so if he does the move when a competitor's arms are already in red, then their arms are broken and they can no longer compete for a set time.
Yep. Yeah, you have to imagine, honestly, just because you'd almost be an absolute guarantee that that person would be injured. You have to imagine if anyone is stupid enough to challenge Slipknot to an Iron Man match, meaning you're stuck with him for 30 minutes for who can get the most kills. Like, you might win that match, but you're probably out.
Yeah, that would be interesting to see.
Like, that would be the ballsiest thing to ever do, but the probability you come out of it, you could win. Like I said, you can win. I don't doubt that can happen, but I'd say that it's almost a guarantee that you're injured.
Yeah. I could almost see Slipknot starting some kind of series like that himself. Slipknot Gauntlet or something like that.
It'd be the version of when Mark Henry went heel and introduced the Hall of Pain.
Something like that.
So.
Or just sort of like John Cena's like open call for title matches. But he just comes out and is like, hey, does anyone want to be in the ring with me for 30 minutes straight? And I can maybe break your arm?
It'd be an interesting thing if he doesn't end up doing any like Bound for Greed or becoming a champion. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Heck, you could even make it that if he hypothetically were to beat Jared Leto for the title, make that the Iron Man match. You only get a title shot if it's in his stipulation.
Yeah. That could be interesting. Because, like, otherwise, I would say it's tough to find someone who wants to spend 5 minutes in the ring with Slipknot, or, like, 1 minute, or...
Oh, wow! Meeting of the Minds!
Oh!
That was awesome.
Spanish Fly?
That's actually the name of a move. That's that's a way old school move before like we were born.
I missed what it was. What happened?
So he basically grabbed the two people and hit them and had them headbutt each other. It's called the Meeting of the Minds.
So like the reverse of a double team, basically?
Yeah, it's something like that. Yeah, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, the guy that won the first ever Royal Rumble, he used to do that.
Okay.
So he actually, when he has like a surprise where he'll show up in matches back in the early 2000s, and he used to do that still.
Okay.
Back when I was obsessed with WWE and Royal Rumbles. One's good, two must be better.
You got them both.
Workout's looking good.
Oh, Porter
Remember,
counters.
The animosity between these two is never over.
Yep, the long-standing history, the back and forth.
I mean, the only reason they're not in probably like an actual feud is because they're both considered faces.
Slipknot broke it up, I think.
Yeah.
It didn't look like the move connected, but that one did.
Look for that limb targeting to start.
Yep.
There it is. It's a bulldog, but only to target the arm. Genius from Slipknot. Counter. Why can't it just be like a jumping enziguri? Because then it would look less ridiculous.
Yep. Whoop.
No! Oh, you bastards.
Oh, no.
Everyone was even, and then we had to crash the game.
Darn.
That's what I get, I guess, for closing it out and trying to fix it. Because the speed had kind of caught up.
Yeah, the speed was nice. Darn.
Figures.
It was too early. It was too early to see like who could have possibly been winning that at least.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I was able to see the last snapshot. Everyone was about even. So I guess the advantage is everyone's going out of it with it. There's no like Slipknot had someone in red or anything like that and on the arms. So
yeah.
Gotta love terrible updates. All right. Well, that's not. Let's see if it didn't even want to open. So this will be interesting. I tried to open it and immediately crashed.
Oh boy.
Yeah. It's like the game's trying to understand though that we're gonna have technical difficulties. That's why the matches are so much faster. It's just making it so they're not that interesting.
Something. I don't know.
All right, entrances are off, so as soon as it loads, I'll send it to you.
Okay.
We mentioned I think a couple weeks ago, but I just wanted to preface after we get past Starcade, we have the Bound for Greed tournament, which kind of launched the careers of just about all the people that are still around the title scene. So it's definitely going to be big. Most of the qualifiers will be at Starcade. While we're doing that as well, we're also going to be doing a kind of a new tag team, or this tag team isn't doing anything kind of tournament, so that we can kind of have some fun with new tag teams, makeshift tag teams to see if anybody works well together, stuff like that. So
Okay.
this way we don't get stuck in the same matches over and over and over again. I know that's kind of happening a bit. So
All right. All right, we should be back up.
all right.
And the action is underway.
Yep.
It's kind of even again.
Yep.
Brickhouse on top a little bit, but that'll change. He was still regenerating health after he got hit for...
Nothing like a flying knee. Straight jacket backbreaker, I like it. Classic Slipknot. Also kind of had him landing on his arm, so that would make sense.
Yep.
It's gonna be one of those things. If he can figure out how to put both people's arms in red, this is gonna be like way too good. Oh dear. Oh dear. On the arm.
Oh.
Yikes.
The ref is just so slow with those counts.
Yep.
All the time.
Well, remember he's got to be in his own spot.
Yeah. This is my special counting plate.
I only know one spot in the ring that I can count, apparently. Ow. Yep, he's speeding it up. He's like, I'm not letting this dude get back up.
Yep.
Grab his ass. Grab his ass. that was fantastic. Like Porter got in front of the move.
Yep. Oh.
And then he just grabs him while he's down.
Nice. Up and then taunts. It's like, here, let me help you up.
That sounds like Brickhouse. Ow! Roll out of the ring, sir.
Oh!
Slipknot needs a break. Don't instantly get up. It's not worth it.
Oh. Oh, looked like it might have been a counter for a second with how Porter grabbed his arm. Oh.
It's like the downfall of Brickhouse every time is he taunts too many times.
Oh my god!
It's a flipping go to sleep, dear God.
Jesus. Oh, Brickhouse hits them both.
Oh, nice counter. Get a little piece of your own medicine, sir. Slipknot McMahon.
Slip-o-not.
That's right. Oh, come on!
Porter breaks it up.
Brickhouse and AJ Porter's arms are both in yellow.
Okay. Progress
Porter
is
with the
being
signature.
made.
Porter Collis!
Oh,
Hit him!
this is great. This is great. Oh,
Rope break.
no!
both got
Oh. The darn rope break.
And he got him!
Oh, no.
Oh, he countered!
Oh, counter!
It's like the second time ever someone has countered that move. Wow. He knew that he did his homework. He knows how much it meant.
Yep. Bad time to taunt.
Right? Slipknot has a lot of room where he can recover, so
Yep.
he's doing it again.
Ooh.
Porter's almost entire body is in yellow.
Yeah. Quick kick out.
One goes out, one comes in.
Oh, that was weird. He like hit him in midair and canceled his kick.
Oh, he has it!
Oh.
He got him! He is lucky he's not in red, but this is going to do a shitload of work.
Yep.
And AJ Porter's up for the prep.
Yep. Still in
He
yellow.
didn't even go to orange. Look at that. He didn't even go to orange.
Yeah, I saw. It's pretty
That's
crazy.
insane.
Oh.
Somebody's been doing some durability since he got against Slipknot a while ago. I think he was getting ready to do that finisher Brickhouse was, so it's a good thing he took over when he did.
Yep. Nice.
I think they're both kind of understanding they kind of need to get this over with before Slipknot does stuff. Oh, submission! That's his signature.
Yep. Health is pretty low, but his legs are fine.
Yep. It's just if he's already gotten up, so the pin didn't matter. They
Yep.
both have finishers, but Slipknot is up and he is healthy as hell.
Oh.
I think he'll kick out if he does the shouting right now. Yep. Shouting. 1, 2.
Kick out. Yep.
Yep.
Slipknot's
Broken open.
Yep, busted open.
You won't be able to notice behind the mask, but you know. Got his finisher back. As AJ Porter gets up.
Oh, Porter got it. It's not going to be enough to get rid of him. Oh, he tried to swipe at him.
Brickhouse's arm is in orange, by the way. Oh, come on!
Porter's there to break it up instantly.
He may have been lucky that he got him as quick as he did, just because he didn't get him before he went into red from the submission. They all have finishers now, though. Porter's working on his second, though.
Brickhouse's arms are now in orange. Here we go.
Porter Collis, incoming!
Oh, this is great
Is this
timing.
it? 1, 2, 3.
All right. How was that not a rope break, though?
His arms were too dead.
I don't know.
They were in orange.
I don't know. Is that a factor?
I don't know. I'm just that's my best guess for an explanation for you. All I will say is that we are going into Starrcade with probably the two most momentum-shifting people to face Jared Leto.
All right.
AJ Porter and Willie Mack.
Oh, it's going to be an explosive match.
Yep.
And or maybe a quick one.
Yeah, you're looking at either Mr. Consistency right here or Mr. I'm not taking one single moment for granted, apparently.
Mr. Want to see me win that title? Want to see me do it again?
Right. Jared Leto just has a habit of always just having a finisher though when he needs it, and that's why it's almost impossible for us to count him out.
Yeah.
So
Okay, and AJ Porter remains our win leader. He has 5. He's the first to. Oh, well, he's actually not the first to 5 wins this year, but overall he is at 13 wins, sitting at the top.
nice.
And the only
He's
ones
also
even close to him are Jared Leto and Chaz, who still have 10.
okay.
Uh-oh.
What's up?
So we just had someone be the first to reach 10 overall losses.
Okay.
And that is Matt Brickhouse.
Sounds right.
He's sitting at a whopping 5-10 overall.
Okay.
He's firmly on the downswing at this point.
Right. Just so the game doesn't crash, I'm going to keep entrances off for all the ladies. Especially since I've increased the stipulation, so it's going to be more fun if we can just get the match going. So
Okay.
it's kind of our farewell match for Io Shirai. We appreciate her being our inaugural champion, but with her being used a lot on WWE now in the right way, we're going to kind of graduate her out so we can use some other people.
That's why we just
So
introduced 4 new
that's right.
4 new ladies.
Yep. Yeah. So George, for this match, it's only going to go to the people that win. There's no losses that will be given out. This is just bragging rights that
Okay.
we're going by. Who gets the extra win, and who has the partner gets a nice win before they're in the ladder match.
Okay.
So unless you're EO, because like I said, this is our last match.
Yep.
But yeah, triple threat elimination tornado tag.
Okay. It's crazy right off the bat.
Right? So to recap the teams while they're beating the shit out of each other, it's Blue Pants and Haley Williams, Io Shirai and Shotzi, and Charlene and Harley Quinn.
Right.
Kind of the logic became Blue Pants and Haley were both were kind of George's idea. I think we both kind of did Haley by together, but still. Plus they have similar personalities and stuff. Shotzi and Io are a bit out there, but they've also worked well in NXT before, so it's also that. And Charlene and Harley are just like the 2 crazy chicks.
Yep.
So.
Oh, counter from Haley.
You imagine if one of these non-contenders pinned the champ. I'm not saying you're going to get added to the match, but that would definitely give you some increased momentum. No! It crashed, didn't it?
It's thinking about it.
Yeah.
Aw.
Yep, there it goes.
We're so close.
I know. Good Lord.
Mm-mm.
Whenever you're ready, iCloud. Jesus. So George, why don't we have you lay down some predictions that are going to stick around all the way through next week for the matches that we know already. So, Willie Mack, AJ Porter, and Jared Leto. Who wins?
I'm I'm hoping for that surprise win from Willie Mack. Like just less than 5 minutes, like a fucking it's gonna look like a fucking Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar match. Just over in like 2 minutes.
There's 3 of them. How would that work?
I don't know.
All right. I will go with, and my excuse is that's why he's the champ, is good old Jared Leto.
Not holding out hope for anyone else winning ever.
Until he loses, I don't bet on anyone else.
Okay.
I've learned enough lessons to know not to vote against Jared Leto.
I like how it's your person against 2 other people that you either made or picked.
Right.
For the title. And then the Chaz match is looking a little better, I think, though.
Willie Mack's also going to be like in kind of an interesting spot though for like I made them, but we kind of both agreed we wanted Mack in the show. So
Yeah, I'll give you that.
So he's kind of going to be a floater that we don't necessarily. We're not going to. We're not losing any sleep over him winning over any of our dudes. So
Yeah.
So
especially not at this rate.
Right. All right. So and then let's talk some feuds that we got set. So, who do you think is going to come out on top between Mac Alpha and Ryan Omega?
It really would be nice for Omega to finally come out on top. Maybe stomp that feud a little bit.
Yeah.
Try and move on.
I mean, the winner from that feud also goes into Bound for Greed, so I mean.
So he's got an even bigger challenge waiting for him if he does.
Yep. But I mean, he hasn't won a lot at all, so it all comes down to that. So, I it's one of those things where you'd like to see more from Omega, but the statistics just seem to point out that it's gonna be Alpha that picks up the win. So
yeah,
I'll probably go with Alpha.
Okay. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but it's true.
Yeah. And since we're talking about since I got the match back up, who's your pick for the winner of the triple threat for the women's title?
So for the women's title,
so Shotzi, Blue Pants, and Charlene.
Charlene has crazy momentum right now too. I mean, we'll see if things continue in this match here, but she could pull off a surprise win, I think.
Yeah, I think this might be our first time we're in agreement, because that's probably who I'd pick too, is Charlene.
Yeah.
To go from no wins to challenging for a title with all the wins, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, she's broken even, so she's trying to get on top with this match, I believe.
Well, it's essentially what we were just talking about with Ryan Omega. She figured out how to do her finisher successfully, and he hasn't been able to figure his out. So
yeah, that's the big thing.
It proves that once you figure it out, you can, get momentum back. It's just, can you? So. Just like to point out the triple threats are just no disqualification, so they can go get weapons if they ever want to.
Oh, we haven't really seen that come into play that much in our matches.
Yeah. Usually you wait until you have to give them like the stipulation of Extreme Rules or something.
Yeah.
For Shotzi to be one of our larger.
What's Io doing?
Oh dear. She's going for somebody in the ring now.
Oh.
I was hoping she was going for Harley outside.
Oh, she did! She did! Did she get her?
I don't know.
They chose to
Because it was
focus on the fucking arm move instead.
Yep. Because it was zoomed in, I have no idea.
Oh.
Shotzi's almost down. I didn't know she was that low. Holy
Oh
crap.
my God, Shotzi, what's going on?
They know she's the champ. Everyone is. I mean, that's the reality. Is maybe the understanding is get rid of the champ first. It's a lot easier.
Oh, counter.
Blue Pants has her finisher.
Nice. She's got to get him in that corner and set him up, though.
Yep.
Or not.
Shotzi's gone. Blue Pants has pinned the champ.
The champ is not here. They're gone.
Yeah. What I would like to point out, because she never had an actual match against Shotzi to qualify for the contenders match, that means both contenders have pinned the champ.
Nice. That's awesome.
That's what you like to see.
And then we've got
trying to
Haley.
work as a tag team, as a team, but it's really not working.
Yeah, they're not quite getting the double team there. Just do the same move and then it'll.
You can see though that Blue Pants is focused on the people in the matches though. She took out the champ. Now she's going after the other contender. Then the other people are just. I've done what I needed to do. So.
Yeah. Yep. Laser focused.
She set her up.
Oh,
but she countered because Haley keeps helping.
Rope break on that, unfortunately. Meanwhile, Io Shirai and Harley Quinn just having fun outside the ring.
Apparently.
Oh, Blue Pants is out. Submission up, rope break.
One, two. Wow!
Wow. And a team is down.
No, that's half of each team. Io was with Shotzi and Harley was with Charlene.
Oh, that's right.
There's only one, so it's just one full team that's left.
Okay.
So basically either Harley and... Oh! This is their signature. 1, 2.
Oh, that would have evened things up nicely if that worked out, but...
Yep.
She's too fresh.
Haley's the only one that doesn't have a finisher, but I think it's just because she just used it too, so...
All right, now they can have some nice one-on-one time.
Right?
Quick kick out from Harley.
Blue Pants now has 2, Haley has 1. Io's working on her second.
Yep. Close.
Blue Pants is setting up Harley. Avalanche pedigree incoming.
Got her.
With the pin. Great spot. 1, 2, 3.
Got her.
2 people versus Io Shirai now.
If anyone could do it.
Next level if she wants it.
If anyone could do it.
Yep. She's got 3 finishers now.
Wow.
It would help if the dissension wasn't that big of a problem.
Yep. At least they're there for the trades.
Yeah, you can definitely tell Blue Pants and Haley won't be best friends after this. Jesus. You think with how much dissent? You think it just turn into like one person slaps the other? It's just like, good lord. She does have one more. Oh,
Oh.
she countered.
Bye. Ooh.
He's gonna get down and beat her. Okay, one taunted. Hopefully that gives you some time.
Can someone go through a table, please? Oh, almost hit the post, but missed. Oh! Blue Pants is there to capitalize, though. Oh! That didn't look comfortable. There's the hit to the post.
They're gonna milk the match a little bit.
Yep.
Apparently their logic is, this is Io Shirai's last match. Let's make sure she's dead when we leave her.
Poor girl. Okay.
Her only way is she'd have to accidentally knock somebody out who immediately rolls out of the ring and then does her finisher on the other person and then pins them for the win.
Yep.
That's the only way.
Well, Blue Pants is trying to set up, but is Haley going to let her? Oh!
Try again.
And then Io Shirai gets to counter that.
Oh, good lord.
Nice suplex.
Two might be feuding after this pay-per-view.
Yeah,
Jesus.
yeah, it's complicated.
Good lord. Yeah, Io, you may want to just be pinned. Your entire body's in red.
Oh my god, it is. Haley Williams has a nice rainbow going on right now.
I was gonna say, if Haley gets to her finisher, I'm sure Io will tap. Oh, she was about to.
Oh. Yeah, wasn't gonna let that happen. Oh, but Blue Pants is rolling out.
Go top rope. Go top rope.
Oh, she's blocked. Oh, she's trying. Oh, she got up too fast.
There's her chance.
Oh, close kick out. Wow.
If you got your submission, do it. Let it be over. Oh, for Pete's sake! Let's see, for Pete's sake, tap.
Well, goodbye, Io Shirai. Now your neck is broken.
Yeah, Jesus. You let people go from ultra-violent, green ultra-violence, apparently they leave on a stretcher.
Yeah, we'll let you leave in a body bag.
That's right. Oh, man. Well, Blue Pants got some momentum back. She was the earlier person that got the contendership, so that's good for her. She got some momentum.
Yep.
Shotzi's got some work to do at Starrcade. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah. Charlene didn't have much of a showing, unfortunately.
Yep. I
Crash?
don't know if she ever does well in the multiple matches though. She usually does her best work by herself.
Yeah.
So we'll see if the triple threat on at Starcade sinks her or she's able to rally.
Okay.
All right, we're to our main event of the evening.
And you said just the win for that tag team, right?
Correct.
Okay.
All right, our final contender we're waiting on to face Chaz Castiglione for the Ultraviolent World Championship. This is elimination style fatal four way between Siegfried, Andrew McMahon, King, and Tristan the One Lewis.
Nice. This should be exciting.
I waited until we had it was having it loaded, but George, who is your pick?
It's tough to say. King's been pretty consistent. Um, Andrew tends to come out on top a lot. Siegfried, we're also dealing with crazy momentum from him. And then Lewis, as he kind of always is, he's the wild card in here. He just kind of earned his spot a week or two ago. And so it's
Yep.
just like, suddenly he's here.
Yep. So you're not going to give a definitive pick?
Um, I feel like Lewis could maybe sneak away with that title opportunity.
Can't believe we're going to be in agreement on this one.
He just got, I mean, oh, crash.
I'd rather do it before the match starts, not during, so.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it just makes too much sense for him to
Yeah.
seemingly
I
be
mean,
done pestering people for a little bit and then just overcoming his other faction members to weasel his way into the match and
the
then
only
just
thing
get
that I
that.
would say, yeah, the only thing that I would say, because I mean, it'd be silly for me not to pick myself, of course, to win the match. But
Bias.
right,
We're trying to
but I
give
mean,
unbiased commentary here. What do you do?
I've been, I don't know, don't let me make myself, um, um, and let me kick ass. I don't know, man. I'm not playing these matches. My results speak for themselves. Um, but the only thing, if my character, speaking from my character, the only person that I would actually be worried about in this match, and this is me being an egotistical a bit of a shit, um, is Siegfried. And it's only because the tactic that I was explaining that Lewis has, where he'll just roll out of the ring and all that other stuff. The problem is that could happen in like 30 seconds into this match because he's already eliminated King and Andrew McMahon.
Right.
Because the difference is, McMahon will all of a sudden he'll just get into a different, take it to a different tier. King just sometimes ends up in the right situation. Those are things you can overcome. But Siegfried's matches are so damn fast that it's like, I'd like to, bring this back, but where's the time?
Yeah. And King's
So,
also been having trouble every now and then with his rolling savate signature. And
right,
Andrew is one of the people that's a little too short for that to cause problems for him, too. So if he tries to use that move on the wrong person or at the wrong time, it could be bad.
right. Well, and that's the one thing too is, um, Lewis is one of his most common things. He doesn't necessarily counter the finisher. He just moves out of the way of the finisher. It's one thing that he'll do.
He
And against the
counters
rolling
everything.
Sabat, that's right. And so yeah. Did we ever go in and change his thing to the Great Swing? Is this the first time he's going to be in the match since we did that?
Possibly. We did tweak him a little bit because there was a move that I realized he had in the past. We were making stuff for some other characters, some of which have not debuted yet. And we found, I think it's literally called King of Swing or something like that. And it's a literal throw that he has in the Tekken games, and so we had to give it to him. So
Yeah,
we'll see it.
For anybody that's played Tekken, you played King, you probably are aware that he does that. It is, especially if you weren't even that great at the game. It was one of those things that it was one of the easier ones to usually do as his character. So
With shortcuts on the Wii U version, anyway.
yeah,
That's how I did it.
I wasn't the greatest at the arcade games, and so that's why that was one that I remember that I could do. I couldn't do a lot of his other stuff, but I could do that.
Oh, you did it back in the arcade version?
No, I mean when we had the one for the PlayStation 1, it was like tag tournament. They had it on there.
Okay.
So, the original tag tournament for PS1.
Okay. I didn't know you played it back then.
Yeah. You kidding me? That's all I played. I was so bad at the arcade stuff. All I played was the volleyball thing. That's why when you started playing it for the volleyball, it's like I know that better than I know how to play the other part of the game.
Everyone should play Tekken for the volleyball.
Right.
Oh, they did a state of play today for Sony stuff.
Yeah.
Tekken 8 revealed. They teased it earlier, but it had kind of a full-fledged trailer today. But
nice.
I'm always just kind of holding out hope that they bring Tekken Ball back. They had the bowling in 7, and that was fun, but
right.
Bring back Tekken Ball.
I did actually. I thought you might get a kick out of this. So, on the off chance that 2 of your arcade-related characters, now that we have 4, with Ryu being created.
Spoilers.
If 2, I think we told them about that last week.
Maybe we did.
But if 2 of them don't end up in Bound for Greed and aren't doing anything, and we need to make them into a tag team, I was like, what do I use for their name and everything? And so the best thing I could find was, it's all of them are arcade games, and so I came up with the Warriors of Arcadia.
Okay. Sure.
Is the best I could come up with. I was just like, there's worse options, but that definitely works.
Yeah.
So. Two of the arcade people are in this match.
Yep. And they're the 2 that, out of the arcade game characters, it kind of makes the most sense to put them together in a tag team, because they're made by the same parent company, both Tekken and Soul Calibur, so.
Okay. Here's the question, though, George. Which of the 4 people that we now have created from the arcade games do you like the most?
It's kind of hard to not say King.
Yeah. I wasn't sure if Scorpion was high enough, because I know you. I knew Ryu was out. Let's just be honest. We just did it because he's the most common from Street Fighter. So.
Siegfried might be a little higher than Scorpion right now, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think he came out pretty well, and he's been doing well, and the moveset and everything makes sense. But just in terms of King, it just makes too much sense to have him here all the time.
Right. Till we create the old man to come beat his ass.
The old man from Tekken? You mean Heihachi?
Right.
Beat everyone's ass. He's just our Vince McMahon, just comes out, bosses everyone around.
I mean, we talked about it before. If we don't have enough feuds, the easiest thing is just to make a person. I mean, it could be like Dante Fox when he showed up in Lucha Underground and then started feuding with Killshot. By the time the feud was over, we liked them both.
So in the Tekken games, he does have an actual rival. It's this guy named Marduk. And he's kind of a wrestler too, and he's just a huge, brutal guy.
Okay.
I think in one of the older ones, I think it was Tekken 4, his intro was just literally him coming out and saying, "I'll break your face." Jay.
Okay. Well, and we know Scorpions.
Sub-Zero. Yep.
Yeah, Sub-Zero won't be that difficult. Does Siegfried have a villain besides the Nightmare in his own brain?
So Nightmare is kind of a separate character too.
Okay.
It's kind of hard to go into here while we're streaming other stuff.
Okay.
But I mean there may be some other. Who else would we take from Soul Calibur?
Well, it's just one of those things that if we ever wanted him to like go face, have him feud with essentially a version of himself where he has to beat the Nightmare to become a good person.
Yeah.
Like that could be a kind of a fun kind of feud to do.
And there goes Andrew.
Yep.
But yeah, we would just, for like actual Nightmare, we just completely cover someone in armor and then have Siegfried go to the silver stuff.
Okay.
Because the dark blue color is the Nightmare color.
Yep.
Because nothing says evil like dark blue.
Yep.
Andrew would know. There was nothing but dark blue.
Yep. Classic Lewis. He's slowing down King.
Oh, wow.
A little early, bud.
Come on and slam. And welcome to the jam.
Yeah, they're basically like switching people at the same time.
Now this is elimination, or is it not?
It is elimination.
Okay.
This way we have a definitive winner, not someone that just steals the pin.
Gotcha. Yep. Submission on the Lewis now. Bit of payback.
Yep. I was gonna say, dude, you gotta keep striking. There you go. Get him down, wear him down.
Oh, God! Suicide dive from McMahon.
McMahon's taking it to another level, but the problem is he's going against the like momentum killer.
Yeah.
Oh, submission!
Oh.
It's just so sudden.
Submission out of nowhere.
It's just so quick. He just went from one thing to the other. It was insanity.
It was a nice fluid counter to that too, or like getting out of it.
You already did this.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everybody in the car, so come on, let's ride to the.
You might have his signature. His problem is he keeps trying to pin Lewis, which is just increasing his stats, so he's getting extra perks too fast.
Yeah.
Lewis essentially has to survive until it's down to 3, though, because rolling out of the ring doesn't necessarily help with 4 people around right now.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, he's doing it!
it's glitched.
Yeah.
He's got his leg weird.
Leave it to Lewis to just be kicking him in the nuts while he's being spun around.
Right.
Oh. He's pretty low now, though. He's got to be careful.
Yep.
Uh-oh. Oh, God. Sure would have liked to watch that, but...
Lewis moved. That's what happened.
Okay. But King still has advantage.
Yep.
Backstretch. Lewis's torso is already in orange.
Yeah, he's doing the long taunt, though.
Nope.
Stupid bastard.
Oh, and he's setting up.
The most ridiculous move. Oh, no, he stopped him!
No!
And then he got Lewis.
Oh,
what a load of
Three
shit.
Amigos.
What a fucking load of shit. Wow.
Oh, no! And then they broke up King's move.
I'm sorry, but that was fair. That was bullshit.
Just pin it.
Kick out, you son of a bitch. What a load of crap.
Oh, man. Oh. signature! Wow.
Might be playing Chaz if King wins this match. I will make sure he loses the title thing, because that was bullshit.
It wasn't his fault.
That was bullshit. He only did his finisher because the game decided it didn't want me to win. So yeah,
It cut his off too.
Game. I'll make sure King doesn't win, because that's bull.
Oh. What's Siegfried gonna do? Oh, he's setting up. Oh. King didn't appreciate that. Is that... Okay, that's a counter. It was very strange watching that. Alright. Andrew counters. Oh! Yeah, that was definitely a rope break. King setting up on McMahon. Counter!
Suck an asshole, King.
Oh no!
You got him.
There he goes! Resolution! Oh, kick out. He does still have a good amount of health. Oh!
I was like, do you want to throw him out of the ring, really? Because this isn't going to go well. Oh, his signature is the one I made for him.
Oh!
Setting up on Siegfried now.
Yep.
Take away those two finishers.
Great positioning. Oh, man. Oh, and then King towing it at the wrong time.
Yeah, punch his little bitch ass.
Those are kicks, but it works.
I want to do something other than kicks, or yeah, that's going to happen, dumbass.
Oh. Oh. He tried. Just punishing Siegfried. Oh, wait. Counter. King's there to capitalize. Oh, but Siegfried counters that too? Oh, robbed of the rolling savate.
Siegfried, I was going to say the best thing you can do is roll out of the ring right now, because you let them face off and you come in with your two finishers.
He's still in this.
There he goes. Smart.
Oh, rolling savate connects. That can't be it. He's got too much.
Two.
Kick out.
We're at 4.5.
Okay, nice. Man, both Siegfried and McMahon have red heads and torsos.
Yep.
Yeah, it was way too early for that pin. Oh!
Let's say, go to your corner. He decided to taunt, and you have that Claymore just waiting for you.
Oh, that was fantastic. McMahon doing like a put up your Dukes taunt, and he just fucking punches him with the glove.
Got him.
Claymore! That's got to be it.
1, 2, 3.
Wow. And now we're left with Tekken versus Soul Calibur.
So whatever you do, don't taunt when he gets into the ring, please.
Oh. Wow, he was ready for that.
Counter.
Uh-oh. It's a long way down.
He's trying to get in the ring. I think he screwed it up.
If you could put him through the table while you're there, that would be nice.
Right? I don't think a Claymore works well on the table, but I mean, there's other moves.
Oh! Okay. Well, that's the position you want him in for table stuff.
Powerbomb on the steel steps.
Counter. Yep, too many strikes. Grapples him.
He's about to get his second finisher. That'll make him about even.
Oh.
Now taunt. There you go.
Just to reset the count that wasn't happening.
Right. Well, you know, when you beat the guy's ass too much, it makes it harder for him to get up.
Yep. Oh, counter! King taking the opportunity to get in the ring. Or not. Taking the opportunity to give Siegfried the opportunity.
It's going to come down to who's up, though, when they get in the ring. Because, like, if they throw him back into the ring, then they'll have the advantage. But if they climb back into the ring and wait for the other person to come in, you're looking at whoever's in the ring currently will have that advantage.
Yep.
It's the classic strategy of having higher ground.
It's over, Anakin! Oh.
On the apron. On the apron. Yeah!
Just lets him fall over.
Yep. See
The
if he
long
doesn't have
one.
time to do all this. He might. All right.
Yep, he's good. He even got another one in for extra points. And a third. Okay. He knew when to stop.
And we're going to do this again. Yep.
You wanted it. You know you wanted it.
King's going to have, like, no back after this, though.
Ooh. Oh, gets back to his feet. Oh!
They're also on the wrong side because, like, they, for some reason, can't throw the person back into the ring with that LED display there.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, okay, they just did. He's setting up.
Counter, you bastard.
Yeah, they're low enough that this might do it. They have a little bit of a chance. Oh.
Well, guess we're about to see what's going to happen next week. I'm serious. I might be playing that game.
Oh, Cybrid was here just in time for the finale.
The game decided it wanted to pick the winner, and so that's who won.
So what happened was Lewis was trying to do his complicated finisher that involves like an Irish whip to the ropes, and the other two competitors were on the other side of the ring, and so the move stopped. And then also, to be fair, King got to do his finisher after that, but that also got interrupted for the same reason.
Again, the game picked the winner, so just means I might pick the winner next week. So, game's gonna cheat my own player out of a win. Then yeah, it's only fair the person that wins loses.
You could go pick on Burnley some more and get like 10 extra wins.
I mean, there's the end of that feud next week. So. But I had no problem with me losing. I had a problem with being eliminated for a stupid reason. That's what pissed me off. So, because I shouldn't have been eliminated if he didn't even get to finish his finisher. So, but whatever. All right. So, reminder everybody: next week, Starcade, week 1. We have 2 weeks of the show. We got lots of awesome action. We won't go through all of it with you, just so you guys are intrigued and want to watch maybe live next week. But
Ooh,
we've been building up this whole time. Again, make sure to watch this back so you can see who all the contenders are for the next 2 weeks. But we'll be finishing feuds, all the title shots. There's a Money in the Bank, all other fun stuff. So we got all that for the next 2 weeks. But we hope you guys want to watch our pay-per-view live because we're excited. We've been building it up for the last couple of weeks, and we're happy we finally got there.
yeah, it's been a really long build this time, but Starcade was where we started, and so we've come full circle at this point. And so next week it's all going to come to a head.
Yep. So yeah, make sure to watch this episode back if you haven't caught all of it. But otherwise, we'll catch you guys next week and see who retains, who wins titles, and who moves on to Bound for Greed.
Absolutely. And as always, we appreciate all your support so far. And we'll be back same time, same place next week for the big show.
See ya.
See you guys.